This is Debbie Hemsley of the Neave collection. Welcome to part 1 of Ebb and Flow. Please take a few minutes to read through my terms of use, which explains how you are permitted to use and distribute this pattern. Please adhere to these terms to avoid any possible problems with regards to copyright infringement. Thank you. Before getting started, please make sure that you have downloaded and read the introduction document, which can be found on my website, which includes my blog. In this document, you will find lots of interesting and informative information that is necessary to know and understand before you actually get started on the project. Let's get started with round 1. We're going to be using color A, and you can start in 2 ways. Either you can chain 4 and slip stitch in the first chain stitch to form a ring, or alternatively you can start with a magic ring circle. I'm going to do the magic ring circle. It's my preferred starting method. It's a very secure method as long as you sew your ends away correctly, which I will show you a bit later. We're going to chain 4, which counts as 1 double crochet plus chain 1. We're then going to do 1 double crochet, chain 1, 7 times. So 1 double crochet, chain 1, 7 times in the ring. This means that you will end up with 8 double crochets and 8 chain 1 spaces. I'm just going to speed through this. Your final stitch will be a chain 1. Now I'm just going to pull up my magic circle. I'm going to cut the yarn. I'm going to pull through like that. The next thing that I'm going to demonstrate to you is how to do an invisible join, also known as a needle join. If you recall, this round started with 4 chains. So if you have a look at this little slide, we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4 chains. If you notice, chain number 3 is the top of your first double crochet. Do you see that where you've got the green arrow? And chain number 4 is actually your first chain space of that particular round. Now it's important to understand the anatomy of these stitches so that you can understand how this little join is going to work. So let's have a look at that now. You will recall that you cut the yarn. Now thread that yarn through a tapestry needle like that. If you recall, our round started with chain 4, which was our first double crochet plus chain 1. So the third chain is the top of our first double crochet, that stitch there. It's very important to be able to identify the top of that first double crochet. Once we've done that, we are going to move over that to the next stitch and insert our needle through the top 2 loops like that. Going to pull the yarn through, then we're going to come back and go to the last stitch, which was the final chain 1 stitch of the round. Insert your needle into that stitch as shown. Now go back to the top of the first double crochet and insert the needle as shown, just into the back loop, and then pull it through like that. And you will have formed a really neat join which looks just like a stitch. Now the last thing we're going to do on this round is we're going to secure the ends. But before you do that, please make sure that your stitch count is correct. If you secure your ends and your stitch count is not correct and you need to go back and redo a round, you're going to find it very, very difficult to undo that particular round. So check your stitch count, and then we're going to look at how we're going to secure our ends. Securing ends is probably everybody's least favorite part of producing a crocheted work of art. Unfortunately, it is one of the most important steps in the whole project. If you don't do this correctly, you run the risk that your beautiful work will unravel. All you need is for one of these joins to fail, and it could result in the entire project being ruined. There are many different thoughts on securing of ends. Some people use magic knots, Russian knots, all sorts of things. I'm old school. I still prefer the tried and tested method of sewing backwards and forth 3 times. I'm going to demonstrate that to you now. I'm going to just thread the yarn through to an appropriate place to start sewing it away. I'm going to weave it into the stitches as demonstrated, pull it through. Now, taking a slightly different path back, I'm going to go back on it a second time, and then again a third time, again taking a slightly different path. And now I'm going to cut that yarn tail off. That is now secure. I've never had a join fail when I have used this method. I'm now going to go and do the tail from the magic circle. Magic circles fail all the time because this isn't done properly. So again, I'm going to use the 3 times back and forth method. That's once. Take a slightly different path. If you take the same path, you're just going to pull it straight back through again. Slightly different path. Try and break the fibers as you go. So push the needle between the fibers, and this join will be extremely secure. I'm now going to cut that off, and I know that that magic circle is secure. If you really can't stand doing this particular task, I highly recommend that the next time you do it, you use the power of positive thought to convince yourself that it is actually really enjoyable and a very important part of the process. Round 2, we're going to be using colour B, and we're going to join with a standing double crochet in any chain 1 space. To do a standing double crochet, start with a slip knot on the hook, yarn over once. Insert your hook into the chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2, and that is your standing double crochet completed. We're now going to do another double crochet into the same space, followed by a chain 1 and 2 more double crochets into the same chain 1 space. The next step will be to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, and we're going to do that 7 times. So let's do the first one, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. You will do that 7 times in total, giving you 8 of these little repeats. Now, when you get to the end of the round, cut the yarn, pull it through, and we're going to do another one of our little needle joins. I'm going to show you one more time. So we're going to skip over the top of our first double crochet, which is that stitch. Skip over that, work into the next stitch over there, pull it through, insert the needle into the last stitch on the round like that, and then anchor it into the top of your first double crochet like that. Lovely neat finish. Now you can sew away those ends again. Again, find a suitable place to sew them away and do your back and forth 3 times. Now, I always say secure your ends at the end of a round, but if there isn't a suitable place to secure them, then wait a couple of rounds until you have a good place to hide them away, and then do it then. Always remembering to check your stitch count before you secure your ends. Round 3. Using colour C, we're going to join with a standing double crochet in any chain 1 space. Let's have a look at that. So join with the standing double crochet, which I demonstrated to you in the previous round, in any chain 1 space. Chain 3. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, and then we're going to single crochet in the next space, which is the space between the 2 double crochet groups, and then chain 3, skip 2 stitches. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts at this point. 1 double crochet in the next chain 1 space, followed by chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, and then single crochet in the next space, the space between the 2 double crochet groups. Chain 3, skip 2 stitches. Now do that little repeat until you are at the end of the round. The round finishes with chain 3, skip 2 stitches. Fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing double crochet. You can then secure your ends once you have checked your stitch count. Note that we will be using color C again for the next round, which is round 4. Despite this, it is recommended that you fasten off and rejoin color C. This will avoid an unsightly slip stitch join and give your work a professional finish. Round 4. We're using color C, and we're going to join with a standing front post double crochet around any double crochet. Start with a slip knot on your hook and yarn over once. Now insert the hook around the post of the stitch. Have a look at what I'm doing there. So it's from the front to the back and back out the front again, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, take off 2, and yarn over, take off 2. Now we're going to chain 2, we're going to skip the next chain 3 space, and then we're going to double crochet 3 together in the next single crochet. We're going to work this into the V of the single crochet and not into the top of the stitch. Can you see where my hook is? Right, so now that you know which is the correct space to work into, I want you to yarn over, insert your hook into that V, and then we are going to yarn over and pull up a loop like this. Yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, insert the hook back in, pull up a loop, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, insert the hook back into the V, pull up a loop, yarn over, take off 2. Then yarn over and pull through all 4 stitches to complete your double crochet 3 together. And it looks like that. Now we are going to chain 2 and skip the chain 3 space. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, will be as follows. Front post double crochet around the next double crochet, chain 2, skip the chain 3 space, double crochet 3 together in the next single crochet, making sure that you work into the V of the single crochet, not the top of the stitch. And then chain 2, skip chain 3 space. Do your repeats until you are at the end of the round. Fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing front post double crochet. Check your stitch count and then secure your ends. Round 5, we're going to be using color E, and we're going to be working over the chain 2 space from round 4 and catching the chain 3 space from round 3. We will join with a standing single crochet before a double crochet 3 together. So let's have a look at that. Do you see where I've inserted my hook? So I'm catching the chain 3 from round 3. Start with a slip knot on your hook, pull up a loop and complete your single crochet. That's a standing single crochet. Chain 5 and then skip the double crochet 3 together, and then again working into the same position as the joining standing single crochet, do another single crochet, working over the chain 2 space from round 4 and catching the chain 3 space from round 3. Chain 1, skip the front post double crochet. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts here, and it is as follows: working over the chain 2 space from round 4 and catching the chain 3 space from round 3, single crochet in the next chain 3 space, chain 5, skip the double crochet 3 together, then working over the chain 2 space from round 4 and catching the chain 3 space from round 3, single crochet in the next chain 3 space, chain 1 and skip the next front post double crochet. Complete your repeats. Fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing single crochet. Check your stitch counts and then secure your ends. Round 6, we're going to be using color D, and we're going to join with a standing single crochet in any chain 1 space. Let's have a look at that position. Start with a slip knot on your hook, insert your hook into the correct position, pull up a loop and take off 2 standing single crochet made. We'll now skip a stitch, and then into the next chain 5 space we will work as follows: 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 treble crochet, 1 double treble crochet, yarn over 3 times, 1 treble crochet, yarn over twice, 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts here. We're going to skip a stitch, 1 single crochet in the next chain 1 space, skip a stitch, and then we're going to start with our little routine again: 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 treble crochet, 1 double treble crochet, 1 treble crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 half double crochet and 1 single crochet in the next chain 5 space. Complete your repeats, and when you get to the end of the round you can fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing single crochet. Check your stitch counts and then secure your ends. Round 7, we're going to be using color E, and we're going to join with a standing single crochet in any center single crochet, that's in a valley. And again we're going to work into the V of the single crochet, not into the top of the stitch. So let's join with a standing single crochet, and then we're going to chain 5. We're going to skip 4 stitches, which brings us to our double treble crochet, work single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the top of that double treble crochet from the previous round, followed by 5 chains, and then again a single crochet into the V of that stitch there. And then we're going to work our chain 5, and again a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the top of the double treble crochet on the previous round. Complete your repeats. When you get to the end of the round, you can fasten off and join with an invisible join to the top of the beginning standing single crochet. This is another round where we will be using color E for the next round as well, and we're going to rejoin so that we do get that nice professional finish. Once you have checked your stitch count, you can secure your ends. Round 8, we're going to be using color E, and we will join with a standing single crochet in any chain 5 space just after a valley single crochet. So there's our standing single crochet, and then we're going to follow that up with 5 more single crochets in that same chain 5 space. We've got 6 single crochets in total if you count the standing single crochet. Now we're going to chain 3. We're going to skip the single crochet, chain 3 single crochet. Just pull that little loop forward in front of that chain 3, and then we are going to do 6 single crochets in the next chain 5 space. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts here. 6 single crochets in the next chain 5 space. Chain 3, skip the single crochet, chain 3 single crochet, and then 6 single crochets in the next chain 5 space. Pull that little skipped loop through to the front. Complete your 6 single crochets. Complete the repeats, and then fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing single crochet, and then check your stitch count and you can then secure your ends. Round 9, we're going to be doing popcorn stitches in this round. Just remember to close your popcorns with a chain 1 and then do your chain 3 which follows the popcorn. Your popcorns will comprise of 5 double crochets. We will be using color F, and we will be working in front of the chain 3 on round 8. Do you see how I've tucked the chain 3 away? And I'm now going to join with a standing popcorn in any chain 3 space on round 7. To start with a standing double crochet, followed by 4 double crochets, join into a popcorn, and close the popcorn with a chain 1. Now you are going to do chain 3. You're going to skip 2 stitches, and the hidden stitch counts as a stitch. So skip 2 stitches and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to chain 3, skip 4 stitches, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to chain 3, and our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts at this point. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work in front of the chain 3 on round 8 and PC in the chain 3 space on round 7. Let's close our popcorn, chain 1, chain 3, skip 2 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, skip 4 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and chain 3. That's our repeat. Work to the end of the round, then fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing popcorn. Check your stitch count and secure your ends. Round 10, using colour C, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in any chain 3 space after a popcorn. So there's our standing single crochet. Work 2 more single crochet in the same chain 3 space. And then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then 3 single crochet in the next chain 3 space. 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space. Chain 1 and skip the next popcorn. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts now. 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, chain 1, skip the popcorn and then start your repeat over again. Complete the round, fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing single crochet. Check your stitch count and secure your ends. We will be using colour C in the next round, but we are going to be rejoining to prevent that unsightly slip stitch join. Round 11, using colour C. Join with a standing treble crochet in any chain 1 space at a peak. Standing treble crochet looks like this. You start with a slip knot on the hook, yarn over twice, insert the hook into the stitches indicated, pull up a loop, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2, yarn over, take off 2. And we're going to do a second treble crochet followed by a chain 1 and then 2 more treble crochets into the same space. So we've got 2 treble crochets, chain 1, 2 treble crochets, like that. Now be careful that we don't skip the hidden stitch. And we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, followed by a chain 1, and we skip the next stitch. And then we do 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Our repeat, which we will be doing 7 times, starts now. 2 treble crochets, chain 1, 2 treble crochets in the next chain 1 space. We're now working at the peak to the chain 1 space. And now remember, the hidden stitch needs to be worked in, so we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, followed by chain 1, skip a stitch, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, which brings us to the end of the repeat. Complete the round, fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing treble crochet. Check your stitch count, and once you're happy that it's correct, you may secure your ends. Round 12. Using color D, we're going to join with a standing treble crochet in any chain 1 space at the top of a peak. So the slip knot on the hook and yarn over twice, then insert the hook into the chain 1 space and complete your treble crochet. Chain 1 and do another treble crochet in the same space. And we're going to do a front post treble crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Followed by a front post double crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. And then a front post half double crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. And now 1 front post single crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Front post single crochet once and front post single crochet twice. Chain 1. We're going to work over that stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch, and then front post single crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Front post double crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. I'll speed up a little bit here. Front post double crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Front post treble crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Try that again. Front post treble crochet, followed by another front post treble crochet. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts now. 1 treble crochet, chain 1, 1 treble crochet in the next chain 1 space. Then front post treble crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Front post double crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Front post half double crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Front post single crochet around each of the next 2 stitches. Chain 1, skip a stitch, front post single crochet around the next stitch and around the next one as well, followed by 1 front post half double crochet around the next 2 stitches, front post double crochet around the next 2 stitches, front post treble crochet around the next 2 stitches, which brings us to the end of our repeat. Complete the round, fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing treble crochet. Check your stitch count and then you can secure your ends. Round 13, using color E, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in any chain 1 space at the top of a peak. there's our standing single crochet followed by chain 3 and then 1 single crochet in the same chain 1 space. Now we're going to do a back post half double crochet. So watch where I put my hook. Now bring it out through the back, pull up a loop, yarn over, take off all the loops. Do you see what I'm doing there? We're going to do that around each of the 7 stitches. And then skip 2 stitches. Now we're going to work into the skipped stitch on round 10. And we're going to do 3 long single crochets. You will see that I'm working over the chain 1 on rounds 11 and round 12. Skip 2 stitches and then back post half double crochet around each of the next 7 stitches. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts now. 1 single crochet, chain 3, 1 single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Back post half double crochet around each of the next 7 stitches. And then we're going to skip 2 stitches and then we're going to work those 3 long single crochets into the skipped stitch on round 10. And then skip 2 stitches and then do our back post half double crochet around each of the next 7 stitches. Which brings us to the end of the repeat. Complete the round, fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing single crochet. Check your stitch count and then secure your ends. Round 14. Remember to close your PCs, your popcorns, with a chain 1 and then do your chain 3s. We're going to join with a standing popcorn in any center long single crochet in a valley. Let's have a look at that. We're going to join with the standing popcorn. So start with a standing double crochet and follow that with 4 double crochets. And then join into a popcorn. Finish your popcorn with a chain 1 and then we are going to chain 3. We're going to skip 4 stitches and we're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to chain 3. We're going to skip 3 stitches and we're going to do 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space. Chain 3, skip 3 stitches, don't forget to count the hidden stitch, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, skip 4 stitches. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts now. Popcorn in the next stitch, which will be a center stitch of the 3 long single crochets of the previous round. oops, to our 5th double crochet, and now let's join into a popcorn, close with a chain 1 before doing our 3 chains. We're going to skip 4 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, skip 3 stitches, and then do 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space. Chain 3, skip 3 stitches. Remember that the hidden stitch counts as a stitch. So we're skipping 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, and skip 4 stitches before starting our next repeat. Complete the round, fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing popcorn. Check your stitch count and then secure your ends. Round 15. This round is worked in the stitches on round 13 and in front of the chain 3 spaces on round 14. Using color A, we're going to join with a standing double crochet in the next stitch on round 13 after a PC. Let's have a look at which stitch that is. Do you see the stitch just after the popcorn? So we're going to join with a standing double crochet in that stitch, and we're going to follow that with 1 more double crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Do you see how I'm bending round 14 out of the way, so that I can easily access the stitches on round 13? And then we're going to chain 3. We're going to skip 3 single crochets, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. Don't skip the hidden stitch, make sure you use the hidden stitch. So we're going to have that, then we're going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. You should then be at your popcorn, which we will skip. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts now. 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches on round 13. Those are the 2 stitches just after the popcorn. One half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 2, one, 2, skip 2 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, chain 3, skip the 3 single crochets, 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, don't skip the hidden stitch, chain 2, skip 2 stitches, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and that's the end of the repeat. Complete the round, fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing double crochet. That'll be behind the popcorn. Secure your ends after you've checked your stitch count. Round 16, using color E, we're going to be working over the chain 3 from round 15 and over the 3 single crochets from round 14 and joining at the top of a peak. We join with a long single crochet in that space there, so we're going to do 1. We're going to then follow it with another 4 long single crochets. Chain 3 and skip 3 stitches. The next 2 stitches on round 15 are skipped stitches, which we are now going to work a cross double crochet into, working in front of the chain 2 from round 15. So watch this. Skip that stitch, into the next stitch work 1 double crochet. This is going to be just a little bit fiddly. To find the second stitch of the cross double crochet can just be a little bit tricky, but it's a short round and there aren't too many of them. You see, now I'm coming to the stitch that I skipped there, and I'm doing a second double crochet crossing in front of the first double crochet like that. And then we're going to follow that again with chain 3. Going to skip 3 stitches, and then we're going to do a cross double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and essentially that is crossing over the PC from round 15, as you can see in the video. So that little cross double crochet sits nicely above the popcorn. Then we're going to chain 3. Try that again. We're going to skip 3 stitches, then working in front of the chain 2 from round 15, we're going to cross double crochet in the 2 skipped stitches on round 15. Now again, it could be a little bit tricky to get into those stitches, but persevere. It's not a long round, and there are only a few of these. You'll see that I battle a little bit to find that skipped stitch over there. There, I've got it. And then we are going to chain 3 and skip 3 stitches. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts now. Working over the chain 3 from round 15 and over the 3 single crochets from round 14, do 5 long single crochets in the next space. So there's number 3, there's number 4, and there's number 5. Now we are going to chain 3. We're going to skip 3 stitches, and then working in front of the chain 2 from round 15, we're going to do our cross double crochet in the next 2 skipped stitches on round 15. And then we are going to chain 3. We are going to skip 3 stitches, and then we're going to cross double crochet in the next 2 stitches, crossing over the PC from round 15, followed by chain 3, skip 3 stitches, and a cross double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then chain 3, which brings us to the end of the repeat. Complete the round, fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing long single crochet. Secure your ends after you've checked your stitch count. Round 17. Using color B, we're going to join with a standing single crochet in any chain 3 space after the 5 long single crochets, and then work 2 more single crochets in the same chain 3 space. 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, and 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space. And then you're going to do chain 5 and skip the next 5 stitches. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts now. 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, followed by chain 5, skip the next 5 stitches. Complete the round, fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing single crochet. Check your stitch count and then secure your ends. Round 18. Using color F, working over the chain 5 space on round 17, join with a standing single crochet in any 5th long single crochet on round 16. And then we're going to chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. That's over on top of the cross double crochet. Chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3 and skip 3 stitches. Working over the chain 5 space on round 17, single crochet in the first long single crochet on round 16, then chain 3 and skip 3 stitches. Our repeat, which we will do 7 times, starts now. Working over the chain 5 space on round 17, single crochet in the 5th long single crochet on round 16, chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, skip 3 stitches, 1 single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches, chain 3, skip 3 stitches, working over the chain 5 space on round 17, single crochet in the first long single crochet on round 16, chain 3, skip 3 stitches. Complete the round. Fasten off and join with an invisible join in the top of the beginning standing single crochet. Check your stitch count and then secure ends. And that is the end of part 1.